And faction war has once again resurfaced in Rajasthan, once again just as the state heads for elections. Just a short while back, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot said that he has no role in denying tickets to the pilot camp and added that tickets will only be given to winning candidates.
ये विपक्ष को तकलीफ है जो फैसले हो रहे हैं पार्टी के अंदर सिलेक्शन के प्रोसेस से उनको तकलीफ भी हो रही है इनके झगड़े क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं आप सचिन पायलट की तरफ इशारा कर रहे होंगे जितने फैसले हुए हैं सबकी राय से हो रहे हैं सबकी राय हो जो भी सचिन पायलट साहब के जो हमारे सपोर्टर भी होंगे उन सबके फैसलों में भागीदार बन रहा हूँ उनके पक्ष में तो आप सोचते हो कितने स्मूथली फैसले हो रहे हैं तकलीफ बीजेपी को होती है और किसी को नहीं होनी चाहिए
Right, joining me for more on this is Sunil Prabhu and Harsha Kumari Singh. Sunil, coming to you first, you were there at that press conference. In fact, you asked that question to Ashok Gehlot about Sachin Pilot and his supporters and whether or not there is a bias in terms of allocating the tickets. If you could just tell us in more details, what exactly did you glean from that answer which Ashok Gehlot gave?
Well, I wish actually you played that bite rather than the other one, because that was the one just now that you played was of palliatives. The real truth is that there are 4 or 5 important points that Mr. Ashok Gehlot has sent a message. One to the BJP saying very clearly that he's up and ready for a fight and that he has the full backing of the High Command. Yes, there are, issues in terms of seats, but I'm not objecting to Sachin Pilot, as he categorically said, and his MLAs, even though there is that bribe angle of taking 10 crores at that time and that rate going up at a further stage. The other most important point that Mr. Gehlot made was that because of, the fact that he made a statement and at that time saying that very categorically in Rajasthan we don't believe in changing governments, we don't believe in breaking governments. In this case, Mr. Sachin Pilot, Mr. Kailash, the BJP MLA at that time, had made a statement which had Vasundhara's backing, and she should not be marginalized or singled out at this particular juncture. Also saying very categorically that he's not for the Chief Minister's post, but it's really a choice of the Chief Minister. But the Chief Minister post itself does not leave him. The High Command backs him, and making a very political point that ED, CBI and other agencies should not be used during the election campaign, and there should be a freeze so that there's a free and fair election. Any crime that has been committed, yes, please do act, but against political adversaries, just to marginalize them during an election period, that will be unacceptable.
Right, a lot of headline-making points which are coming out from that press conference. Sunil, stay with us, both Sunil and Harsha. First, let's just toss to that soundbite that Sunil was referring to. Listen in.
मैं मुख्यमंत्री पद छोड़ना चाहता हूं, पर ये पद मुझे नहीं छोड़ रहा है. अब तो समझ जाओ कितनी हिंदुस्तान में कितने मुख्यमंत्री हिम्मत है जो ये कहे कि मैं पद छोड़ना चाहता हूं, पद मुझे नहीं छोड़ रहा. बताइए दीजिए कितने मुख्यमंत्री इतिहास में कभी किसी ने कहा क्या? मैं कह रहा हूं मैं छोड़ना चाहता हूं, आज ही कह रहा हूं छोड़ना चाहता हूं, पर ये पद मुझे नहीं छोड़ रहा है और शायद छोड़ेगा भी नहीं.
Right, let me go across to Harsha now. Harsha, as we were discussing that he, of course, is in a way indirect way talking about the fact that he has no role to play in terms of choosing the candidates. They are all being discussed in meetings and the final selection is being done there. But we, you have, of course, covered the state for many, many years. Where do you think, is there a real faction war worry for Congress as it heads for this election?
If we just listen to what Ashok Gehlot is saying and take it at face value, you're completely misreading this press conference. So this is what I was discussing with Sunil Prabhu. And if you look at this statement that we just played out, that I don't want to be Chief Minister, but the Chief Minister's chair is not leaving me and probably will not leave me. I mean, look at that. That's a clear pitch that he is the Chief Ministerial contender and there is no one else. So don't take it at face value. You have to read between the lines when it's Ashok Gehlot. Is there factionalism? Of course there's factionalism. Otherwise, why would he talk about the 10 crores that was offered. In fact, when he's talking about corruption and saying, there are charges of corruption against my MLAs, it's the BJP who tried to buy over my MLAs, and he's named a sum. He said 10 crores. So that is clearly an indication that there is factionalism. But what did he say? More importantly, let's forgive and forget. He said, bhulo and isko maaf karo aur aage badho. This is what he's saying. That is real politics. So there may be factionalism in the party, but Ashok Gehlot understands he cannot go into this election without Sachin Pilot. And that is very, very clear. That's why he's saying, I have not opposed even a single MLA of Pilot's. Maybe one odd may get their ticket cut. Now remember, if Pilot's MLAs are not being opposed, of course, the understanding is that those people who supported Ashok Gehlot, those MLAs, the people who gathered those MLAs together against Ashok Gehlot's becoming the party president, when the High Command wanted him to become Congress president before Mr. Kharge, those MLAs, the sword of democracy is definitely hanging over them, and they are, Ashok Gehlot supporters. So if he is not going to oppose these people, then somewhere perhaps there's a compromise that he's hoping that his men will also be inside.
Right.
So very, very interesting press conference, very seasoned. He said many things, and we also have to read between the lines to understand the political significance of
Right.
what all he has said and hasn't said.